Hello, my friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. I've been spending a ton of time talking about John Cena, obviously, because his last match is on December 13th. So this whole year, we've been celebrating the career and the legacy and just the pure greatness of John Cena. And so we've heard from superstars like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre on the legacy of John Cena, but more importantly, what John Cena has actually meant to the locker room, his leadership, his mentorship, and all of these amazing things outside of what he's produced in the ring, his Make-A-Wish, all of these things that sort of encapsulate John Cena and actually make him the greatest of all time. That's John Cena. His WWE career is over on December 13th. And so thinking about who is obviously the sort of the GOAT, the god of WWE right now, currently, it's Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns. Every time Roman Reigns' music hits and he walks through that curtain and down that ramp, the vibe and the atmosphere change. And there's a similar sort of trajectory that Roman Reigns took and that John Cena took. When John Cena started getting booked really heavily and people started calling him Super Cena and that he wins all the time and he never loses and he never puts over young guys and why are they force feeding us John Cena and all these types of things. And then he makes that arc and now John Cena at the very end of his career is the greatest of all time. Roman Reigns is with the Shield. The Shield is amazing. Everyone loves the Shield. And then Roman Reigns goes off on his own. And now we're being force-fed Roman Reigns. Oh my God, Roman Reigns sucks. We're being force-fed. They're trying to force him to be the next big star. This is never going to work. This is never going to work. Boom. Roman Reigns is the guy. The guy. And so sometimes WWE fans need to trust. But a lot of times what WWE tries doesn't work. And that just is part of the deal. Sometimes you're throwing shit against the wall and don't know if it's going to work. Sometimes it does work in Roman Reigns' case. Sometimes it doesn't, right? You look at Drew McIntyre. He was the chosen one at the very beginning, had to leave, come back, and now Drew McIntyre is one of the best in the world, and WWE television is better because of Drew McIntyre. And Roman Reigns and John Cena have sort of a similar arc, and now Roman Reigns is the guy in WWE. And Triple H said this about Roman Reigns, which I think is extremely important and very, very true. Triple H says Roman Reigns has transcended to the point of being bigger than any championship. Roman Reigns doesn't need to be in a championship picture. Now, is WWE better when Roman Reigns is the undisputed WWE champion? Absolutely. But really, all that WWE needs is for Roman Reigns to be present, consistent, and in some meaningful storyline, right? Triple H also said this. He said, I used to think that about Undertaker, all the time. He just transcended the business in a way that you didn't even need to talk about him in the title picture because he was, epically in that circle. That is where Roman Reigns is right now. And I agree with Triple H. I don't agree with him on everything. I don't think he's done that good of a job. Most recently, Survivor Series was atrocious. But Roman Reigns, they have made Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns has made himself, more importantly, into the god of WWE. That's just absolutely true. Now it's looking like looking into the future a little bit, it's looking like WWE potentially wants to run it back between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 42. This time, Cody Rhodes being the champion and Roman Reigns being the challenger. And I can tell you right now, I do not like this. I hate it. I think it's bad. This is what WWE should do instead. They should have Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes wrestle one more time, probably at the Royal Rumble. This is their third match, third installment. And Drew McIntyre wins this match. Whether it's a Randy Orton interference or not, that doesn't really matter. I would appreciate and think the storyline would be better with a Randy Orton involvement, maybe an accidental cost of Cody Rhodes the title, but I would much rather prefer Randy Orton purposefully cost Cody Rhodes the title, so we see a vicious, mean, heel Randy Orton, who sometimes gets cheered by the fans, and Cody Rhodes sort of teeters that line, and then we see that massive clash, and we see that feud from Royal Rumble all the way into WrestleMania 42, and then we see Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes have that epic match without the title. As I'm pretty sure also we're going to see Gunther and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. That's going to be awesome. Who knows where Seth Rollins is going to be? I don't know what that status is. Now, in terms of potentially the Royal Rumble, right? You could see Braun Breaker winning. So if Cody Rhodes loses at the Royal Rumble, now who's going to win the Royal Rumble is up in the air. Now you have Drew McIntyre winning that undisputed championship. I don't think you have Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble. I don't think that's necessary. You just have him be Roman Reigns and say, I'm going to challenge Drew McIntyre for the WWE Undisputed Championship at WrestleMania 42. And then you have that massive powerhouse of a match between Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. And then at WrestleMania 42, Roman Reigns wins his championship back, and you give Drew McIntyre that nice 4-month sort of feud, 4-month reign, and then he has really good matches. And the pinnacle of that match is against Roman Reigns. Now Roman Reigns is a WWE Undisputed Champion. And then you look at the world title picture, where CM Punk is the current champion. I think on January 5th, you have Braun Breaker absolutely win the championship, and you let CM Punk fuck off. Don't care for CM Punk, don't like him. He had his championship win. He's won 2 world titles now in the span of this like sort of period where he won it and then Seth Rollins won it off him, then he vacated and he beat Jey Uso. Great, fuck off CM Punk, you're done. Braun Breaker wins that championship on January 5th, and then LA Knight, who is going to lose to Gunther in the Last Time Is Now tournament, is very close to getting that spot that he needs to just catapult him into the skyrocket sphere, right? And so you have Gunther then beats him in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Then Gunther goes on to beat John Cena. Then Gunther goes on to face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. What is LA Knight doing? LA Knight wins the Royal Rumble. LA Knight wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to feud and face Braun Breaker at WrestleMania 42. That's my predictions right here, right now, on December 5th, 2025. We'll see if it happens. I'm sure I'll change a bunch of fucking times between now and WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble, but just spitting out my thoughts, that's what I think. Let me know what you think and what you think might happen at Royal Rumble and with the title and with Roman Reigns and all these types of stuff. I'd love to see some predictions in the comments down below. And then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.